Nice one, cool dudes. I am here at Chapel Porth Beach in St Agnes, about to undertake a 5.3 mile circular walk around St Agnes, seeing all the mines and all that business. Should be good. I'm joined by my friend Dave and his friend Barnaby and the dog Ema, which you can probably hear in the background. Right, good luck everyone, especially me. There's a good myth and legend about this cool dude, which I found in my Myths and Legends book, about a giant called Bolster who fell in love with St Agnes, who was this beautiful missionary, I imagine, who looked like a female version of me. And anyway, he kept on pestering her, telling her that he was in love with her, and she admonished him because he was married. Eventually, she got sick of him following around, as you would with a giant, and she said to him, to prove his love to her, he should empty some of his blood and fill a hole on the hill in Chapel Porth. But the giant didn't realise that the hole actually led out to the sea. So he bled to death. And according to legend, you can still see the red marks on the cliffs where his blood flowed out into the sea. Poor old Bolster. This spectacular bit is also on the southwest coastal path, and we're approaching some Wheal Houses, which is the old mines. There were some kids dropping stones down the old mine shaft down there, and they counted to 7 before they heard it hit the water. Time for the question of the day, cool dudes. My friend Dave says that his family are originally from St Agnes, so I put it to him that if he met his twin brother on this walk, who was a multi-millionaire, and said, would you like to swap lives so you can have complete financial freedom to do whatever you wanted, but you had to never go back to your old life or see anyone, would you do it? Please write your answers below. Nice one. I always dread bits like this where you don't know if there's a sheer drop behind it. I presume it isn't because they just went around this corner. If you're doing this walk and you don't like cliff edges, there are a lot of paths further in to avoid getting too close to the cliff, so that is always an option. A little known fact is that the average dog owner will walk the equivalent of the distance from Land's End to John O'Groats whilst carrying a bag of dog during their lifetime. It's always quite awe-inspiring to have the vast expanse of sea stretching out into the distance on one side of the walk. The return leg of the walk cuts inland and is through some quite narrow paths through gorse, so not as spectacular as the other way. You might want to just turn around and do the same bit again. Unsurprisingly, cool dudes, miners were a very superstitious bunch, and they believed that things like crows, women with red hair and dogs howling were all portents of a forthcoming disaster. And we're about to make our way up to St Agnes Beacon, which is the site of a local superstition. Now I'm at the top of St Agnes Beacon, and the foot of St Agnes Beacon is supposed to be haunted by a spirit called the Dorcas, who is a woman who threw herself down the mine, and she was said to try and lure miners away from their work with her voice. And there are stories of miners having the clothes ripped off their back by the Dorcas. But there are stories of her saving lives. And there's one where a man called Jack was at a mine face when he heard the Dorcas calling, "Jackie, Jackie." He went to investigate. As he left, the mine collapsed over where he was working. The Dorcas saved his life. Nice one, Dorcas. I probably pronounced it wrong, as usual. Going back on a parallel path to the one we came in on, just to add a bit of variation on the way back. Nice one, cool dudes. That is the walk complete, and what a spectacular one it was. I highly recommend that walk. It was 5.3 miles, took almost 3 hours, very enjoyable. If you would like to help me make more videos, you can join the Cool Dudes Walking Club on YouTube for just 99p a month, and you get to see members only videos, not that sort, and use these emojis and get entered into the prize draw. What a bargain. Also, I've got a website which lists all my gear, and you can buy merch such as these incredible zines to help me fund these walks. Okay, cool dudes, it's time for me to go and get a roast dinner. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. And what else have I got to say? Oh yeah, one more thing. Stay cool. All right, see you later. What a pleasant walk that was. Right, it's time to go straight into the prize draw. This time, up for grabs is an incredible bespoke sort of sketchbook. One of the greatest zines of all time. A card by Stripey Art, the badges and stickers. Ooh, looks pretty nice. Currently there are 369 brilliant people who helped me out on YouTube. Thank you all, cool dudes. But it's time for one of you to win the prize. Random number generator. Generate me a number. Generate 190. That is Sol Olver. I don't know who you are. Please email me at cooldudeswalkingclub@gmail.com and I'll get that stuff sent to you. Also, please continue to send your photos of the Marek keyrings on their travels. I very much enjoy seeing where they've been. Alright, more videos coming soon. That's it for me. One more thing. Stay cool.